Poverty and no damn excuse. Met some youth bend down on the bread line. Same song they sing and then rewind. Don't care for white ever past that. Tell them to walk they want that. But to your face they will hiss first, right? If see people only miss out a fortnight. But they what we do, how they what we eat. It's that sense for causing the problem. Boss man run the bread is the anthem. Forcing Asia war and gnashing of teeth. Still I remember Michael Hercules when they killed him back in the 90s. The mother said it wasn't murder. His son was just seeking a dollar. For many of us who broken, who don't have a cent or dime. Poverty and no damn excuse for crime. No way, poverty is no excuse. So when is your time to choose? Instead of shooting and looting, my pattern, my lack still recruiting. Tell them youth man chant it before our next judgment time. Poverty and no damn excuse for crime. So hear me now. If you're starving to death with nothing to eat, that is no excuse. When them vendors get chased off the street, that is no excuse. Unemployment land, you can't get a job, that is no excuse. If you're struggling inside in no money club, that is no excuse. Broke and to thief, you ain't have a cent, that is no excuse. Can't mind your picnic, can't pay your rent, that is no excuse. If life's giving you a really hard time, that is no excuse. Poverty is still no excuse for crime. Take a look at Miss Oprah Winfrey. Grew up in abject poverty because of drive and ambition. Today that same Oprah with billions. And over 74 years ago, a little black boy born in Tobago. No shoes on his feet, walked from miles to school, real cool. Never knew the lap of luxury. Get chance and hard grind was the story. But today, as our PM, he rule. He never said like back in the 90s, like that you two shoot for Hercules. This nation knows me and living. Today I go make a killing. Never once stoop to thieving. By brains and hard work he climb. Poverty could never absolve crime. No way, poverty is no excuse. So don't fall for that abuse. You don't have to rob or cause distress because you're poor or you're jobless. You're living in mental slavery. Exorcise that thought from your mind. Poverty and no damn excuse for crime. No way, poverty is no excuse. So don't use that as your fuse. If that is your present condition, let it stay your will and ambition. There's no need to wallow in a pit of despair and slime. Poverty and no damn excuse for crime. No, poverty is no excuse. So don't come sing me no blues. I was born and raised in the ghetto. I work real hard and I get through. Even if on a pauper, you could still elevate and shine. Poverty and no damn excuse for crime. No, poverty is no excuse. So that stigma please refuse. There are many heroes and legends who emerge from slums like the beacon. Once your mind can conceive it, there's no mountain you can't climb. Poverty and no damn excuse for crime. No way, no way. Go tell your big leader, all who cause any problem. Oh, no way, no way, no way.
Right, I allow that song to play through so that I give you enough time to join me on Facebook and on YouTube. How are you going? Well, those of you on Marvel Road and in Forest Green and environs, it's raining. I have a problem with this cats and dog thing. Into that, but it's raining. It is raining. Outside is dark, cloudy, rain. Ah, boy. So, what can I say? Today I want to have a discussion with you at my first half an hour. You know, I want to have a discussion with you. I want to talk to you a little bit, you know what I mean? Hear your views about something a little bit. I want to hear your views on this. So, what am I talking about? If you don't know, well, if you jump on the live, you will know. Alright, so those of you who look forward to seeing me on YouTube, I am live on YouTube. Those of you who look forward to seeing me on Facebook, I am live on Facebook. Alright, Trinidad and Tobago. So, touch base with me. How is it in your neck of the woods? Give me a call. Is it raining? Is it not raining? 342-0081. 342-0081. And 466-5391. 466-5391. Is it raining? Is it not raining? Alright. So you give me a call and let me know while I wait for my people to join me on Facebook and on YouTube. Alright. Touch base with me. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon, sir.
It just have a heavy overcast, but presently it's not raining.
Not raining?
It was raining a while ago.
In Claxton Bay?
It was raining a while ago, but it's just heavily overcast right now.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you very much.
All right, all the best. Dr. Anderson.
Thank you very much. And that is Claxton Bay. So give me a call now, 342-0081, 466-5391. How is it looking in your neck of the woods? Is it raining? Is it not? Sometimes it might be raining in Port of Spain and then San Fernando. Sun hot, you know. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, caller, call me back, please.
And so much sadness. Whoa. How much can I take? Lord,
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Moon.
Good afternoon.
It's very raining up here. It's a little windy.
Where is this?
Maracas St. Joseph.
Pardon?
Maracas St. Joseph.
Maracas St. Joseph. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Yeah, I get through, boy. Good to hear you, Pastor Google. First time I'm talking with you. I usually listen to you. And where I'm calling from right now on work in St. Augustine, and it's raining. I wouldn't say cats and dogs because that just a joke like that. So, it's raining showers of blessing.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I know there's some people who love the rain. You know, are you one of them?
Sure. Sure. Love the rain.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you take care.
No, go ahead. No. Sorry. Go ahead and say what you was going to say.
No, I was just saying I love the rain. Sometimes when the rain is falling like this, I feel like I can go home and sleep.
Wow.
Yeah. I sleep very good when the rain is falling.
That's a therapy for some people too, you know.
Yep.
Therapy
So
for some people.
I just want to let you know I'm very happy to talk to you. I usually listen to you.
Thank you very much.
Talking to you, and I'm really enjoying. I really appreciate the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
You know, treating with fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really appreciate that. May God continue to bless you, bro.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Take care.
what have I done wrong? It's so hard for me to carry on. Father, please help me out. On my knees, I'm begging, please. Father,
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Yes, sir.
I've heard you yesterday, probably debunking something by playing the former minister, the former governor of the central bank. And I saw you was threatened. Leave that alone. So I thought this year was to correct this information. And if what you played yesterday is not true, then they should have responded to it the way you respond to more or less what was played the day before. Enjoy your evening, my brother, and thank you. That's why this is called constructive talk. Right? Intelligent people that sit down here, even though rain falling where I am, we sit down to listen to intelligent talk, right?
Thank you very much, sir.
A black man's cry. This is my friend, Lord. A black man's cry.
Hey, oh Lord, chill out. We go see tomorrow. Oh gosh, hey. Well, yes.
There's a friend of royal sisters for whom I have great respect. Cause in the face of difficulty, I'm more than...
Alright, so let me play this video because I want to get your response on this video. Alright, allow me to play a video for you guys. Somebody was on the line? Caller, sorry about that. I didn't even... I apologize. Caller, if you want, you can call back. I really apologize about that, caller.
Yes. Hello?
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
I told you yesterday what you said would have set the trend for the rest of the day.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I tell you that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't listen.
Don't giggle with me, eh? Don't giggle with me. I could have giggle, you know. Hear me? I told you that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, I'm gone. I look on and listening.
You know, I don't know what all you're talking about. Anyway, play my video, eh? I have a video to show. Only come on live and watch the video. Only stop getting me. Hello, good afternoon. Hi.
Good day, sir. How are you?
I am good. I am good.
Well, I counting how much time I call it. This is the second time I'm calling the program. Good program.
Thank
I'll
you.
just give you a reminder of the back pay for the daily pay retired workers now. We can bring up that sometime soon.
Which
Agriculture, fisheries.
Okay. Who is that boy? That is Minister Kazim.
That is Lambert Nuge.
But okay, so I'll reach out to Minister Kazim and find out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, sir. So I'll touch base with Minister Kazim and I'll let you know what he said.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What is the last caller said there? What you wanted to find out?
He wanted me to touch base with the minister to find out about the back pay for people who work in the Ministry of Fisheries, I think something like that.
Okay, that fall on a daily rated workers.
Yes, daily paid, he said.
Right. Up to yesterday I was with Mr. Lambert. That matter is now in the court.
Oh, it's before the court?
Yes, because we went to the CPU and they carried the proposal, what they wanted, and the CPU did not come up with that proposal. So it's now, the matter is now in the court.
Okay.
Right, for all daily rated workers, everyone. And Pastor Google...
Everyone?
Yeah, all daily rated workers.
Oh, so that's across the board?
Just like, right, like all the corporation, every daily rated worker is fallen, right?
Okay.
Right, that's one. And I felt so happy to see a mother could have taken her son to the station for clothes that he stole from someone else, right? Someone's house that he broke into. And I felt very good about that, you understand me? That was honest to that mother. My son brought something in my home which is not his own. I never buy it for him. Let me contact the police. How many parents will do that, Pastor Google? Hello?
I am hoping a lot.
Yeah, you heard about it on the news, right? Or you read it? You heard about that, right?
No, I didn't get a chance to hear about that now, mother.
Yeah, that happened up in Maloney. Right?
Very
yeah,
good.
The area somewhere up there, yes, that's true. And it came over on the 12 o'clock news also too. So that was very good, Pastor Google. That is number one we start, right? That was honest with that mother. Okay, have a good one.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, Mr. Manu.
Yeah, well, really like that thing, really like...
Rain like what?
Rain like and thunder.
Where's the...
Well, I played we are talking about. Yeah, boy.
Wait, just now. You see that song that you made just now, sir?
Yeah.
That's a song from a parang from
Well, that was the left hand.
No, I don't know.
Boy, I really easy at all.
Look, Manu, please, please dance, please dance.
I don't cook something here, but I cook so fast because I can't go outside to get nothing. I boil some lentil seasoning rice, I boil it, I throw some lentil seeds inside with a cook and everything ready. And when I'm done with that, I put in 2 slices of filet, simmer down, and I go in till I vanish, you know, with it. I go in till I vanish.
Have a good afternoon, Manu.
Yeah, but so trying to be going to give somebody something, call somebody who can cook something, call them and give them something, call the neighbor and give them some food.
How you reach to somebody who can't cook, Manu?
Wait, that people who can't cook now, call the neighbor and give them, they can't get to go in the grocery, call the neighbor and give them something, give them a plate of food.
Have a good
afternoon. Now it's time for giving.
Have a good afternoon, Manu.
Yeah, my brother. Hey, Google.
Yes, Manu.
You remember you were seeing about something for me?
Manu, I am still seeing about it.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. If you're not on the ball with some of these callers, they're getting problems, you know. They're getting problems, real problems. So I want to play this video. I have a caller calling in. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, my brother. Plenty rain is falling. Rain like... Yes, my brother. Have a blessed one. And stay strong. Because I know how hard it is work. I the fella who was calling me by the wharf the morning when you was late. But I was calling you for some cutlass mango, but you couldn't stop. So when I see you again, and you would have that. That is yours. Right, Pastor Google?
All right, sir.
Okay, then have a blessed one and stay strong.
Same to you.
Amen.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Alright, so caller, you have to call me back. I don't know what's happening with your phone. Alright. So make sure to view this video. And I want you to tell me what are your thoughts about this video. Alright. So you just tell me what are your thoughts about this video. Okay. So listen to the video on the heels of emancipation. I'm playing you this video to hear your views. Tell me what are your thoughts.
Here in Trinidad and Tobago, as in our nation, today, we need to confront a reality that we cannot run away from. And that reality is, in a diverse society, aiming to do well, that African people are not doing as well as we expected or as well as we might. Fact. I distinctly recall, I think it was in 2003 or 2004 thereabouts, there was a big event in our parliament because there was a project that was started, was a pilot project to focus on trying to prevent the young of the African population in the urban areas from going astray and going so far astray that their behavior could threaten the nation. That project required that the government of Trinidad and Tobago focus on the problems of the urban youth in Trinidad and Tobago, which were largely of African families. Some people in our society saw that project as discrimination and favoring some to the disadvantage of others. And even parliamentarians who should have known better, but who thought that this will pass us by, objected. And as I stood up for that project, I was accused of racism because the project was focusing on the problem, and the problem was that Trinidad and Tobago African problem. It wasn't happening in the Chinese community or the Indian community or the Arab community. It was a problem in the African community where the African youth, by their tens of thousands, were going astray and choosing violence and criminality as a way of life. And what is worse, that was coming right out of the breakdown of the families of the African population. And rather than see the threat that that posed to this country and focus on it, it was shelved, it was cried down, and today, nobody in this country could point to that location as a place where we shouldn't have been, which is to have focused on trying to head off what we are experiencing now. It seems as if the loss of the family structure back in the 17th century, the 18th century, the loss of that ability to compete effectively and also to hold on to cultural strengths such as religion and other things that keep other people together, the loss of that, that is now causing us to believe that in Trinidad and Tobago, some people are saying, is this a real place? Yes, it is a real place. And we have real problems. And it requires real solutions and real leadership.
What are your thoughts? Before we go to the 1 o'clock hour, what are your thoughts about what you just heard from Dr. Rowley? Do you accept what he said? And how can we fix it? He gave the solution on how they were trying, how he was trying to go about fixing it. I normally play you this clip, or I normally play this before I get into the song. But listen to this.
Tonight I want to call on all our young people, especially our young men of African descent. Put down the damn gun. You are causing enough pain to your mother, your father, your neighbor, your community, and this country. Put down the gun. All over this country, the government is opening up opportunities to allow you all to make something of yourselves. Because if you live by the gun, rest assured a gunman will make sure that you die by the gun.
Talk to me. People are saying, people who have been trying to make it appear as though Dr. Rowley isn't willing to take the bull by the horn and deal with the issues that are confronting black people in Trinidad and Tobago. Based on what I just played for you, do you agree, or what is your suggestion moving forward to lift, as one of my black sisters would say, to give black people a hands up? Let me say good afternoon to Ms. Shima Wilson. So, what are your thoughts about the clip that I just played? Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google. The clip what you just said is totally true to the Prime Minister saying, Pastor Google, we have to put down the gun. We have to put down the gun, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, the young men and they killing out each other, and it's for what? What they achieving with it, Pastor Google? What they gaining in it, Pastor Google? Pastor Google, I would like to see mothers who have children and know that they're involved in wrongdoing. I am asking you all, next week is emancipation, right? I am asking you all, will you all please call in your children, put them to sit down, speak with them, let them know we're not going down the right road. We're not going down the right road. We're killing out one another, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, I talking to you and I'm telling you, I want you to love come back here. I want you to love come back in Trinidad and Tobago. Pastor Google, I don't know if you're aware. You know, most people now getting scared of going any places, Pastor Google. You know that, right? Because you might go somewhere and, you know, why sitting there or lying there, up scum a gunman, and you innocent, he let go some shot, and you fall into it, you understand me? Oh God, all you are begging all you as a mother, put it down now. All the different districts, all they are begging all you, leave this thing. We have no war. It's nobody better than nobody, because we all die, we all go in the same place. Put down the gun and begging all the Pastor Google, like all.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, all callers, listeners, and 91.9 and constructive talk. Pastor Google, some of our problems come from self-hate. The Prime Minister is very correct in what he's saying. Anytime the government try to do anything for persons of African descent, because they turn and tell us that we are the ones. All who on the other side, and some who don't look like us, some, I keep saying some because it's important. They tell us that we are the bottom of the barrel. Some of we own us, so we're at the bottom of the barrel. They say we like crab in a barrel. They say we're not excelling in school. They're saying that we don't own business, we don't have nothing. They keep telling us that. But when the government looked and put programs or things in place that could elevate persons of African descent who they saying are so disenfranchised and who to the bottom of the barrel, those on the other side, some who don't look like us, they say it's racism because they come and say, no, they only put in program for African people, what about other persons? So every time we try to take a step forward, it has some who pulling us back. And some who pull us back is some who look like we too. And it comes from the self-hate. They will call on the radio and talk all kind of thing, oh, yes, an African this way. But they will turn wrong and pull along African man or African woman who have a conversation, who's saying something. So sometimes we are also our worst enemies. And how do we treat with that? It had to start with self-love, you know. You have to stop hating yourself, and you have to love the person that you see in the mirror, you know. And that will help a lot, and you have to understand your history and know your history, because history is important. We're not going to use it as an excuse, but as an explanation for us to go forward. But again, it starts with self-love, possible. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. And how you get that? That is a different conversation. It has to come from some resilience. It has to come from faith. It has to come from a foundation within the home, within the church, within the society, the community. But it has to be taught, because it's something that could be learned. Because you learn to hate yourself, you could unlearn how to not hate yourself. So I'm saying again, plenty counseling, plenty talking. And we have to find it in ourselves to love ourselves. You have to ask people why they hate themselves. What is it? You have to come to the source in order to get an answer, in order to go forward and find a solution. But yes, Dr. Rowley is completely correct, and I totally agree with him. Thank you, Pastor Google.
Thank you very much. We're going for a break and come back. When we come back at 1 o'clock, I'll just give you all about 20 minutes or less to delve into this discussion, because I think it's very well needed. All right? So I'll take some more calls and I come back after the break. You have to call in fast and furious though. And let me thank everyone who's coming on the live. I see you all keeping to your word. Thank you all very much on Facebook, and thank you all on YouTube. Coming back after the break. Don't touch your dial. Stay right there on the street, 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the street, 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM. As we transition into summer, we continue to talk politics, current events, entertainment, and what's trending while balancing the talk with some of your favorite tunes, both old and new. Our purpose is to keep you informed and edify you, as well as to give you food for thought on the current affairs of this nation and the world. Keep it locked to the street, 919 FM every day, all day. Our on-air numbers are 342-0081 and 466-5391. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The Street 919 FM. YouTube, IWER TV.
The Street 919 FM.
Share the life. Share the life.
Are you just tired of bad news in your communities, TV screens, and newspapers? Well, I have good news for you. Introducing Positive Corner with Naka every Tuesday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. Highlighting young, vibrant, and future stars spreading our nation's banner across the world. Telling their story about their journey to success and overcoming the negativities that plagues our land. Come, let's sit, discuss, have a few laughs, but at the same time learn something new. Every Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. Positive Corner, where challenges are opportunities for growth.
Oh God, call on the Lord. Call on Him. Pour on us, God. Oh God, as we pray. Oh.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour all-night prayer every Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this ministry deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated and can be sent through the First Citizens Bank, account 795222, in the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For more information, please call 753-1113. May God richly bless you.
The light of your glory.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud.
Wow.
Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
The Street 919 FM mobile app is now live. Keep in the loop with all your favorite programs. Be in the know first and carry us wherever you go. Listen and watch us live at the click of your fingertips. Download our mobile app now. Go in your favorite app store, whether it be Android or Apple, and type in The Street 919 FM. you want greater respect from your bankers, bosses, those in authority, then words matter. If you want more productive business relationships with co-workers, customers, or clients, then join Dr. Madonna on the Street, 919 FM, every Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon for Words Matter. Communication for joyful workplaces. Dr. Madonna will help you unlock the secret power of words for your financial, relationship, and physical well-being. Whether you work at home, on the road, or in an organization, join Dr. Madonna every Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon for Words Matter. Communication for joyful workplaces.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. to 12 noon and every Wednesday night from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health performance and disease. Join him as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079 or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Remember, every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7:05 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM.
This is Natural Health Solution, where we offer a range of holistic services. Or HemoView, which is a deep dive into blood detection, both live and dry assessment, or BioResonance full body assessment, or full body lymphatic detoxification, or physical therapies include back, neck, and shoulder massage, sciatic nerve compression, and more. Our new beauty line includes both facial, mole and tag removal, and much more. Join us every Tuesday at 8:05 to 8:35 right here on the Street 91.9. Call our numbers is 222-2189. That number again is 222-2189.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. And joining me
will be Little Mike as we discuss tips on taking you from zero health to optimum health using different protocols and techniques. Trinidad and Tobago. Join us every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:35 a.m. on the Street 91.9 FM for
Health Talk with Big Mike. It's not where it is, it's here it is. Boom!
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
I want to call on all our young people, especially our young men, especially our young men of African descent. Put down the damn gun. You are causing enough pain to your mother, your father, your neighbor, your community, and this country. Put down the gun. All over this country, the government is opening up opportunities to allow you all to make something of yourselves. Because if you live by the gun, rest assured, a gunman will make sure that you die by the gun.
All right. That was one statement by Dr. Rowley to the young black men of Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to play you now another statement by Dr. Rowley and how he feels about black people in Trinidad and Tobago. Please share the live. Please share the live. And I'm opening up the phone lines to you to tell me what are your thoughts about this statement. You see this statement by Dr. Rowley here? You see this statement here by the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley? I want to hear your views on it.
Here in Trinidad and Tobago, as in our nation, today, we need to confront a reality that we cannot run away from. And that reality is, in a diverse society, aiming to do well, that African people are not doing as well as we expected or as well as we might. Fact. I distinctly recall I think it was in 2003 or 2004 thereabouts. There was a big event in our parliament because there was a project that was started. It was a pilot project to focus on trying to prevent the young of the African population in the urban areas from going astray and going so far astray that their behavior could threaten the nation. That project required that the government of Trinidad and Tobago focus on the problems of the urban youth in Trinidad and Tobago, which were largely of African families. Some people in our society saw that project as discrimination and favoring some to the disadvantage of others. And even parliamentarians who should have known better, but who thought that this will pass us by, objected. And as I stood up for that project, I was accused of racism because the project was focusing on the problem, and the problem was that Trinidad and Tobago African problem. It wasn't happening in the Chinese community or the Indian community or the Arab community. It was a problem in the African community where the African youth, by their tens of thousands, were going astray and choosing violence and criminality as a way of life. And what is worse, that was coming right out of the breakdown of the families of the African population. And rather than see the threat that that posed to this country and focus on it, it was shelved, it was cried down, and today, nobody in this country could point to that location as a place where we shouldn't have been, which is to have focused on trying to head off what we are experiencing now. It seems as if the loss of the family structure back in the 17th century, the 18th century, the loss of that ability to compete effectively and also to hold on to cultural strengths such as religion and other things that keep other people together, the loss of that, that is now causing us to believe that in Trinidad and Tobago, some people are saying, is this a real place? Yes, it is a real place. And we have real problems. And it requires real solutions and real leadership.
What are your thoughts about what you're hearing? What are your thoughts about what you just heard by the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago? What are your thoughts? How can we solve it? How can we fix it? Can it be fixed? What are your thoughts? I would like to hear your thoughts. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, Pastor Go.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. This gentleman that's speaking there, he was sent by God. Trinidad was always a godly place. And there's a group of people in Trinidad who came out and disrupt the Afro-Trinidad community from the late 70s coming right up. The first thing they did was telling them that they have to be dependent on the government to give them everything. And they keep telling them they are poor and hungry. You understand? I often call on this radio station for somebody to tell me what percentage of the population in Trinidad and Tobago is poor and hungry, and nobody could tell me. But this is what they're feeding the young Afro-Trini, that they're poor and hungry and the government owe them something. You understand? And I'm in town a long time, you know. And I was wondering when somebody will come and try to clean up Trinidad, and God send Dr. Rowley, but he's getting fired down from the people who are trying to disrupt and misguide the young Afro-Trini. I mean, people only wake up. The first thing they disrupt, if you check what percentage of Afro-Trini from late 70s going to church, or parents taking them to church on a Sunday morning, check it out. Every other religion, they teach you to run church, you go to church. But from the late 70s, all that going on the drain with the Afro. And they're taking, the group of people taking a set of Afro people to inject certain things into them. People, help me for God's sake, wake up. I'm in tongue a long time, and I've seen what happening. Pastor Google, you know why they call Woodford Square the Parliament? Every lunchtime people will go, and all these talking heads used to be in there talking, that group of people. And that way to get the information. A lot of time. But after training, all the better wake up and start to read the newspaper and don't take song by some of people giving all you, and it's not true. Pastor Google, I'm locked on and listening. I'm very saddened to the way these people doing all these garbage down there. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
Let me say, good afternoon to you.
Jesus.
Pastor Google.
Jesus.
And Pastor Google, yesterday, I hear you playing some gospel music. I turn on your time and I hear some music. I want to say this, yeah. You do preach better than politics. If you just stay on that road, you don't have plenty money already.
Wait, no, you know, I people just vex with you and I laugh at you. Eh? People just vex. You must meet me on the road and just vex when I laugh at you, you know. Kingsley, what that have to do with what we talking about right now?
No, that's I'm telling you.
And it's not about money. It's not about money. Please.
No, I know. It's not Shavel's day, boy. It's not when I was having different market day, boy. It's not about money. But I think that clip it's about 3 to 4 years ago we played it. But Pastor, because I think that all of us must be a part of making the African community are doing great. But most people who in society, the African community, who have influence, they must play a greater part than me and you, Pastor Google. Because we know what's the problem. We know.
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
We don't like ourselves. We blaming other people for we don't fault. We cheering, killing each other. We ain't talking to we cheering. And Pastor Google, people might say there's opportunities for African youths. But I can testify many youths when must hype. And when they come out they can't get a proper job. Because it's not like university, UTT, and Custard, and it have people who, when they are all, and they get in trouble, they get job, and they get the right salary. Because you can buy a big establishment company, and the same, you have a certificate, must and hype on the certificate. Do that really register company to that certain companies that register, that companies could say, well, when I come with my must, I say, okay, well, I do masonry, I do plumbing. Do I get this respect? Like if I carry a document from UE or Custard, if you follow me and understand me what I'm speaking about, do that. So it have people share it because they know that after we don't do the six months course, they say not with only 6 months course on this thing, but you need to go further to, and you need to get experience, because the experience not come from the chase, the experience come from the job and on the job itself, because you can learn something about it, do not have the experience, then less than they go and they do the job, you get more experience. Because when me like this Pastor Google, I that kind of skills, man. I could put on tiles, I could do masonry, I could do plumbing, but I learned that on a construction site. You know what I mean? And I believe I learned it better than going into a school and sit down and achieve school and sit down. So we need as African people, we need to wake up, come together, put way, and because you're asking for solution and the practice and action. So I keep it from blaming anybody in the government or anybody names. But we need to come together and help. Because look at Pastor Google. All of us possibly going into the Bitam, Nelson Street, Duncan Street, because them is we children, them is we youths, them is young people. We possibly going and trying to find out what's going on with them, talking to them, trying to bring a calm and seas of fire. But we're not doing it.
All right, Kingsley, I hear you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor.
Good afternoon.
Pastor, I admire your patience. You, December, you have the patience. Anyhow, Pastor, with regards to the question, they say, so I believe more or less the head in the right direction with our speech. And there are people who continue saying that the government don't care about people who look like us, and they don't know people who look like us.
Yeah, well, there's a statement that has been repeated over and over, and there are people who believe it. There are people who try to create a narrative around it. But I have heard Dr. Rowley on several occasions.
I mean myself. And for some reason, the mainstream media don't play this.
No, this is not important to mainstream media. But my thing is, what can we? Because him saying it to me it says to me that he has acknowledged and he realized and he knows that this community it's like a child. A parent have a child, and the parent recognize that out of all of the children in my family, this particular child need a little more support. A little more attention. And I think that to be honest with you, I think that we have to acknowledge it and try to find a way to deal with it.
Yeah, I understand that. And I could not be more. But there are people who would say all this kind of things against it and run a marathon against it. And then now there are people who's going to go to the Integrity Commission and or the Equal Opportunity Commission and say discrimination because they are not involved. And they're going to come now on our platform and say the government don't like people who look like us. When themselves behind closed doors fight along these kind of initiatives. Am I wrong?
I hear you.
Anyhow, Dr. Anderson, and like I said, I agree totally with the point. I totally agree, and we really actually need some help, some of us. And before I go, just like I say, we have to stop watching each other and start working for each other. And start watching each other. Anyhow, Dr. Anderson, I'll go on.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, pleasant good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you.
And happy Emancipation Day to all the real black people in Trinidad and Tobago. Pastor Google, Dr. Claude Anderson says a race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. Marcus Garvey says, any leadership that teaches you to depend on another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Let me say hello to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Rowley. Pastor Google, this is what I would like. I would like Prime Minister Rowley to prove to the people that statement he made on that video you played is a true statement and not a lie. And here's why. Under Prime Minister Rowley, when the PNM came into power in 2015, the amount of black people living below the poverty line went from 17%, which is Mrs. Kamala Prasad left, to 26% under Prime Minister Rowley. an increase of over 50% of the black people living below the poverty line. You telling me that is a person who interested in black people aspiring? Secondly, the same person who said, I have no problem making the rich richer so they could create opportunities for the poor. That person really and truly have an aspiration to see black people do better. The same person who have 18% of black people unemployed under his watch. That person want to see black people do better. Pastor Google, you see them kind of rhetoric that Prime Minister Rowley is trying to give black people, and them election gimmicks that you playing, trying to sanitize Prime Minister Rowley. And I'm going to close with this. Kamla Prasad Besesa to Prime Minister Rowley. Prime Minister Rowley, you need to look after your people. Look at how much of them live, and I'm paraphrasing here. Look at how much of them at the bottom of the socio-economic ladder in Trinidad and Tobago. 9 years under the PNM. Look at how Chumaka Claventil is. 9 years, the Emancipation Support Committee don't even have a piece of land. 9 years, they take away land from a black organization to give it to a wealthy Indian businessman. Pastor Google, Marcus Garvey says, any leadership that teaches you to depend on another race is a leadership that will enslave you. You have a tremendiferous, marvelous, splendiferous, splentastic, spectacular rest of the day. Bye-bye. Thank you very kindly.
Hello, good afternoon. And before you say anything, caller, I just want to say this. You know, based on what the former central bank governor would have said about the period under Ms. Besesa, that he quoted from a while ago, that's not what the central bank governor is saying. So, you know, while the rhetoric and the, because you're quoting something that nobody can find, to be quite honest. Nobody can find that data that you're quoting from. Nobody. That people all over America, England, all over looking for that data that you're talking about. Nobody can find it. Up to now, nobody seems to be able to find it. But you keep seeing it and believing that it would stick. Well, you continue. And I'll say this to close. All that you have rambled and talked about still hasn't yet proven or given a solution to how we can fix this. So by you quoting that statistics is trying to tell us that, hey, pull back Ms. Besesa and black people will be on a better footing. Black people was on a better footing than Ms. Besesa, really? You black people who listening out there, you all want a better footing under Ms. Besesa? Let me just say this, because you always hear him coming with that narrative that black people were under a better economical, social. I know of black people who were studying in England, who got a scholarship from Miss Joan Williams, and Miss Besesa, black young people, scholarship were taken away from them. They were left stranded in England. And then you want to come now to tell people, but they were on a better footing on Ms. Besesa? Look, Wall Street. Hello, good afternoon. If I say the wrong thing, I'm going to take some calls. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Right, you hear me good?
I hearing you, sir.
Right. You see that footing that we want the cameras and that people on the net. Right? So they had no better footing. That people on the net side.
You're breaking up really badly, caller. I don't know why.
Yeah, but even before your answer, you know, you're putting on, I was saying we have to wonder if the problems we get with telephone communication system is caused by the same miscreants that are going to support that woman. Because remember, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, like spies in the system. They're everywhere. And they always looking to disrupt, right, all the efforts that are pioneering sociological supreme leaders. And I call them supreme leaders because they were the ones that are trying to pioneer or ideology back into a stable state. like Dr. Williams and Mr. Manning and Dr. Rowley, all of these people that come, they always try to cut them down. They give them bad names. They call them this, that, and the other. You know, they're benefiting from all the initiatives that people bring for society. And one thing I like to make absolutely clear: the black people who hate themselves in, they hate what they hypnotize and programmed into from since we came across that divide. And they have to find a way back to what they were before they were called African, because that African name is a Roman name. Right? Africana, they give that to Africa. And even up to today, they're still trying to dominate us. But the continent is awakening and they're rebelling. And we have to get wise down here. Find our original course and stay that course.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I want us to stay on track. I don't want us to move off track, you know. This is why I'm discussing. This is what I'm discussing, and I want to hear how can we, as I will play for you how I believe we can move forward. Eh? I will play something for you, but I want you to listen to this. Come on the live, listen to this, and tell me how can we move forward? How can we deal with this? Listen to me, listen to this. I want you to listen carefully. Listen to what Dr. Rowley is saying.
Here in Trinidad and Tobago, as in our nation, today, we need to confront a reality that we cannot run away from. And that reality is, in a diverse society, aiming to do well, that African people are not doing as well as we expected or as well as we might. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, as in our nation, today, we need to confront a reality that we cannot run away from. And that reality is, in a diverse society, aiming to do well, that African people are not doing as well as we expected or as well as we might. Fact. I distinctly recall, I think it was in 2003 or 2004 thereabouts, there was a big event in our parliament because there was a project that was started. It was a pilot project to focus on trying to prevent the young of the African population in the urban areas from going astray and going so far astray that their behavior could threaten the nation. That project required that the government of Trinidad and Tobago focus on the problems of the urban youth in Trinidad and Tobago, which were largely of African families. Some people in our society saw that project as discrimination and favoring some to the disadvantage of others. And even parliamentarians who should have known better, but who thought that this will pass us by, objected. And as I stood up for that project, I was accused of racism because the project was focusing on the problem, and the problem was that Trinidad and Tobago African problem. It wasn't happening in the Chinese community or the Indian community or the Arab community. It was a problem in the African community where the African youth, by the tens of thousands, were going astray and choosing violence and criminality as a way of life. And what is worse, that was coming right out of the breakdown of the families of the African population. And rather than see the threat that that posed to this country and focus on it, it was shelved, it was cried down, and today, nobody in this country could point to that location as a place where we shouldn't have been, which is to have focused on trying to head off what we are experiencing now. It seems as if the loss of the family structure back in the 17th century, the 18th century, the loss of that ability to compete effectively, and also to hold on to cultural strengths such as religion and other things that keep other people together, the loss of that is now causing us to believe that in Trinidad and Tobago, some people are saying, is this a real place? Yes, it is a real place. And we have real problems. And it requires real solutions and real leadership.
And that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Real solutions from real leadership. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
And it's important that a part of that is fact-checking people, because that has its own implication. First of all, the CSO in this country does not do any statistical research based on ethnicity. So when you hear them talking about black and African, and they don't do it, those statistics that individual community thinks he's speaking about from New Jersey, that is one. Two, when Dr. Oli speak about the rich getting richer, it had other things attached to that statement that if you listen to it, you'll understand. But it's ironic that the UNC in the manifesto speaks about the trickle-down economy, which is to get the rich richer and has nothing to do with the poor, because they're dependent on the rich to have this humanitarian effort in them, that when they drop the taxes, they will use the taxes now that they're not paying to help the poor. That is totally rejected in the United States where that individual lives. It hasn't been tested and tried. That is not a real theory at all. Nobody is in support of that who knows economics. So it's the UNC who really wants the rich to get richer, and they who are more interested in the 1% getting richer. And Dr. Rowley again said it so well, because he spoke from the 17th century, 18th century. Those are the centuries that we are still a part of enslavement, right? Coming out of that, we know what that situation would have done. It has disrupted our family, it has disrupted our culture and everything. We have to bring back that in the sense that, again, we don't use it as an excuse, but a reason. And I think if you start from the early childhood centers, from there you teach patriotism, you teach manners, behaviors, culture, and that goes and transcends into the primary school. You just have to start from young, because those who are in the 20s and 30s who are behaving the way they're behaving and do not want to do anything, then you have to look at the younger ones who are coming up and set a path for them that is different than the path that these would have taken. So that is just my solution to it. And again, that gentleman continues to spread misinformation and disinformation and has a free labrash to do it, and nobody cannot apparently say anything. But I want to just say to him again, produce your documents or academic documents that show that you are professional. Let us see that so we understand where you're coming from. In the absence of that, you're just spouting winds and you're spouting things that are not true. And again, trickle-down theories are part of the UNC. That is what they want to introduce here, and that is where they want to say that once they cut the taxes of the rich and the corporations, that those taxes will be used to help the poor. And it has been proven that that does not happen. It only enhances and makes the rich even richer. Nothing to what Dr. Rowley was speaking about. Thank you again, Pastor.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey!
How are you, my son?
Oh, mother, what happening?
I did.
Yeah, nah. I just love to hear your voice. You know. I'm glad you're getting into this conversation here.
But you see, what I'm saying, I get in for what? Jenny said it all.
Okay, then.
Where are the statistics to prove what is said? And where are the statistics of the white-collar crime that is causing what is going on? Now, you see that gentleman, he can say what he wants. But what I really want to know, in the depths of his being, how he can live with himself. Oh! What kind of African are you? You see, this is the whole thing.
We are here trying to uplift each other. We are here trying to find a solution to how to can move forward. And all you could do is to come now to try to destroy a black man who has acknowledged that, hey, we have not been able to lift our head out of our situation.
You come there with blatant lies, and that's a normal thing for them. They just come on online. He and his whole tag team. Now, I was at a lecture with Dr. Elder, J.D. Elder, and that man said, Listen, in times gone by, all of Frederick Street was black business people. Huh? Now we getting on like open a business or to have a business is this great big thing. The man said all of Frederick Street, Queen Street, was business people. Now, I am of the opinion that there's no direct set plan.
Okay.
There's a good leader at the helm.
Right.
But we all head in one place to the betterment of our people. And
Right.
it will come. It will come. It's no two ways about it. Self-hate. Oh my goodness, as Jenny said before. That is a blockage. That is a very big blockage. A gentleman spoke of the sitting down and waiting for government. My God. It have any people on the face of the earth could make something out of nothing like African people? Huh? Why start my history from slavery? My history gave this world everything. But no, all I have to hear about is I was a slave. And that and all, when I come out from the slavery that I came out from, it wasn't easy. Just listen to Calypso. You think Duke write that Calypso in joke? I tell you, but trust me, we will get there. Because with all the brilliant minds that are sparking, these scumbags that come to try to disrupt that, they wouldn't make it. They would see their fate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mother. Passion boy. Passion boy. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I may not tell because Jenny dealt with. The Prime Minister, what the Prime Minister said, until we don't come together as a body to ask the Prime Minister what he said, and this is what we want to see, we ain't going away. So let me
Wait. Say that again.
Until we don't come together as a body, a group of people, to lobby the government. Wait.
You stop right there, right? Stop. Wait right there. Wait. You wait right there. You don't come off the line, no. Don't come off the line. Stay right. Hush and listen. Wait.
Let me say this about reparations. I believe in reparations. Pan-Africanism gave birth to the reparation struggle. But I believe there should be one reparations, Barbados. I don't think there should be one for Black America, one for the Caribbean, one for South America, one for UK, one for Africa. There was once...
Wait, I think I played the wrong clip. Just now, don't come off the line, Stay right there. That is not the clip. I think that is the clip. That is the clip. I don't think that is the clip, man. I think that is the clip, Let me see. Make sure. Go ahead. Once I get the clip, I cut in here. I stop in here.
So let me point out something, though. That's why the man from Miami said, "Open me eyes." This morning, I heard that brother who called you, not the one who living under the pavement. The next one who called you, they just now to tell you all kind of things. On a radio program stating, so please allow me. The opposition is a waste of time. The opposition has no finance yet. The opposition is a mess. And I hear that next brother telling. Then I hear next one who claimed to be a so-called professor, professor in stupidity, sociology, or I don't know what to label that professor is about. To come to tell me that a group of people are depending on another group of people in the reach no way. But it's the same brother telling you to support another race of people, to vote for them, and they will make my life better. The same brother telling me if you depend on a group of people, your status will not improve. But telling me to support a group of people who black people was living a better lifestyle under how that is possible when you're telling me that we can't see no way under a different race. But telling me I was better under Kamala. Does that logic make sense to you, Pastor Google? That is what Wall Street was telling me. Wall Street quote how much this one and that one to tell me that this person say under a group of African people can't survive, or any human being cannot survive up under another group of people that is oppressing them. That is what we had in 2010 to 2015?
But hear me now. I find the clip. Remember your statements. What was your opening statements to me?
That we need to form a body to lobby government.
Stop. Listen to this.
The biggest reason why black people don't get anything for our vote and never will is our vote is disorganized. In order to hold you the new mayor of Camden, hypothetically, he's the new governor of New Jersey, hypothetically, I can't hold either one of you accountable if we did not vote as a group. I have to be able to tell you that 45% of the black vote went to you, and we did this together. So if you don't open up them swimming pools, if you don't come up with some jobs, your next election, you're gone. Whether we get that 45% vote to another Democrat, another independent, or the Republican, you will not be in office the next time around. But when you vote as individuals, there's no organizational structure to your vote. You can't make them kind of threats because you voted by yourself. And you alone can't unseat me. You alone can't unseat me. You alone can't unseat me. Don't you find it interesting that people only tell black people to vote? They never tell them to organize it. Jews organize their vote. Those immigrants who are voting, it's going to be organized. The Arabs, they organize. I'm not saying they all vote for the same candidate, but they vote in blocks that are large enough where the person running for office better heed whatever it is they need to get done, because if you lose that block of votes, you might not carry that election. We don't do that. We ain't got no black voting blocks. Show me somebody that got a black voting block. We are completely dependent on the Democratic Party plantation to carry out anything black people need done. We don't vote as independent voters. We don't think as independent voters. It's all Democrat until it's not.
Let me hear you.
That is why the man this morning on this radio station keep making noise about Nelson Mandela Park and sign. And I'm saying, if the Prime Minister give us that, if I'm not mistaken, give us that piece of land, or name that piece of land after a man that we seem to be so prominent. One body with a black organization can come together and say, hey, we're looking for $500 to put up a sign in the Nelson Mandela Park, and we would like some Trinidadians to contribute. And that is one side. If we put up the sign, we could put up a building. And if we put up a building, we could open a hospital. But a man come and take my money on this radio station to open a grocery. And every time I talk, everybody vex. That is why I told them I'm sitting with the PNM. Because it's the only body that seems to have a voice that everybody could get something from. Although my voice might be the least listened to. But collectively could inherit something with a trickle-down effect. Other than that, I don't know.
Thank you.
I have nobody to run to. No brother Mohammed. No body.
All right, my brother. All right, my brother.
Enjoy your day.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Pastor Google, good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your audience that listening on. You know, some of the times we had to be a little practical because sometimes I listen to Wall Street when he talking and things. And he would have quoted statistics that it could be verified because the Central Statistic Office is something that exists in Trinidad, and it would have really said that.
All right,
but
no,
however,
wait, just now, let me stop you. Let me stop you now. No, what he quoted from was not from the Statistics Office in Trinidad and Tobago. He said that. That's one. Two, when they do things like that, they don't do it based on race.
Right, they don't do it based on race, but it was a holistic number because the Central Statistic Office was established in 2011, according to what we're seeing here on the internet.
Right.
But however, the statistic that Wall Street is talking about, it would have started from 2014. It would have really, the poverty line would have rose by 3%.
Right, and what happened in 2014 to 2015? You know what happened you know what happened to the economy of Trinidad and Tobago? You know what the central bank governor would have declared?
What is go ahead. I know about. No.
You don't know?
No, I don't know what
so you don't all that what he quoted and called out there for you and say that how under the UNC people were the black people were benefiting in 2014 to 2015. That were you talking about?
No, what I am talking about is from the Central Statistics Office, and which was cross-referenced by the Central Intelligence Agency from the US. And what Wall Street is saying, basically what I'm trying to say, that he is correct, but he was off by 1 year. It would have started from 2014.
Yeah, but sir, you're still not hearing what I'm saying to you. And you all actually changing my discussion. I'm not talking that, but I would allow you to just let you know that when they do things like that, they don't do it based on race.
Pastor Gogo, I wasn't talking about race. It was a
Wall Street was talking about race, and Wall Street tied it in by saying, sir, that he quoted some statistics and saying that here were going on under the UNC, under Ms. Bissessa, black people fared better and they were doing well, and under Dr. Rowley's reign from 2015 to now, black people have not been faring well. And I am saying to you that when Dr. Rowley, when Dr. Rowley took the reins of office, are you aware of what the central bank governor said? No, you're not. So listen to what he said. Listen to what he said.
4 consecutive quarters of decline in real GDP in 2015 means Trinidad and Tobago is now officially in a recession.
That was what was said by the central bank governor. So how under Dr. Rowley expect anybody to fare well when we were declared 4 negative growth, and then the central bank governor stands up and say we are now in a recession, and then now you want to come now and point a finger at let me say if it's me as the prime minister and say that watch under your watch black people not suffering well.
Pastor Gogo, two things could be true at the same time, you know? You understand? And 2 things in this case is true. Yes, it had a recession, but yes, the statistics would have fallen underneath the prime minister reign, and we cannot deny that.
Yeah, but you're not hearing what I'm saying to you.
No, I understand that it had a. No, I hear anyway saying perfectly. I hear they say that it had a recession.
No, but asking you, do those statistics show black so then why we saying that what he's saying is true?
No, I am not saying that. Here is what I say. Wall Street may have cherry pick and say, well, it's directed to the black race. But what the statistics would have showed is an overall figure and what would have taken place within the whole country, and it would have raised from 3%.
But
and that is a fact. And it's also a fact. I agree with you. It's also a fact that Trinidad would have went through a recession. The two things could be true at the same time.
I hear you, sir.
Yeah, so well, thank you for making me make my contribution.
You know what I like about and people call out, you go on. I would have wanted them to the reality of it is that is what it is. It's constructive talk. So we could reason. We may disagree. You understand? But we could reason. And that is the difference. Hello, good afternoon. Intelligent talk. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi.
I lost your talk because we still out of electricity, but I had to put on my phone and my thing to get the thing, and I'm hearing a little. But you know what? Thanks for the information, because I know this person, and I did not hear Wall Street, but I know he just trying to distract you and bring misinformation as well. He's trying to backtrack because you caught him, and he doesn't know how to answer you. But Pastor Google, just don't let him come in and think now, because I'm listening to good people talk with good reasoning. And he's not using, you telling him what the gentleman said, and he's still not admitting that the gentleman is incorrect and you are right. It's not about race, it's about what happened in the economy. But he not saying that still. That's what they sit down on the block or they call one another and discuss. So let me listen to good conversation, Pastor.
All right, thank you very much.
Keep them off, oh God.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, Pastor Google, I'll be quick. You were just talking to another leg of the tag team, eh? I mean, clearly, he is another member of the tag team. Because every day, Wall Street come on the airways and speak lies and all sorts of made-up nonsense and venom and all sorts. Every day, why did he cherry-pick today? All they want to do is derail the program because you're clearly showing that Kamala Persad want to tell Browley, do for your people. What madness. I mean, where you think people live in? In the last century, we don't know who you speak of? Listen, just tell these tag team people enough is enough. Thank you.
All right, Mother. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, the man understands that Wall Street use black people as the statistics and understand if it's the truth, we could be both right. So let me explain you how we both right. If the poverty, if people have no jobs and we under recession, that means I can't employ anybody. That means people was going home since in 20. Before I got into office, people was going home. So I was straight because if he could tell me 4 quarters of negative growth, right, a whole year, Pastor Google. 3 months is a quarter. So that means in 2015, when he's telling me that since 2014, I'm in a recession, that means people been feeling it since 2014, Pastor Google.
Oh, yes.
So therefore, the poverty level when I get into office in 2015 must show an increase. Common sense, Pastor Google. So let me explain you something. Yesterday morning, I listened to another program. And here you get the analogy. That is why Kamala Harris have everybody frightened now. Because Kamala Harris raised a ton load of money just recently. And had the whole Democrat behind she. So everybody get frightened. So let me point out something.
But you know that there's news coming to hand that she's out of the race.
I haven't heard that as yet for the day.
Yeah, I was hearing that. I don't know how true it is, but I was hearing that.
That yet. I was doing this. That PBS man. I think that is it. PBS our thing. So I'll tune into that an hour. So let me point out something today. I heard a man yesterday on a program, the one I did on radio station program. Here is an analogy. If I eliminate the baby, I want to say Kamala, his argument is that people saying Kamala is not relevant or not important, or people don't see her as a person to vote for. She's not popular. So he eliminated Tobago. He took out Tobago out of the equation. And he used what they said a popular vote. Calculate the popular vote compared to the vote that PNM get. Reduct that and show that Kamala has the majority of the vote. And so that therefore Kamala is popular. I was to point out to them what Kamala said to us. If all these Kenyan people in Trinidad and Tobago vote for her, she's going to win the election. Like what she started to tell him, like what she said to us. So if that is the case, and she didn't win it in 2020, coming in 2024, that means the right thinking people who Wall Street and everybody trying to get that makes up what we call the largest group, which is the East Indian population, has a problem. So let me outline to all you what is the problem we have with them.
Let me just play this breaking news here. I think this, I feel this. Let me see if let me play something here. I've seen something coming up.
One of the top candidates on the Democratic side. So what happened? What she said today in her very candid message to her supporters. ABC's Lindsay Davis on the campaign again tonight.
A campaign that started with so much promise brought to an abrupt end today, even before the first vote was cast.
I'm not a billionaire. I can't fund my own campaign.
Senator Kamala Harris, who sought to be the first black female president of the United States, calling the decision one of the hardest of her life.
I cannot tell you that I have a path forward if I don't believe I do.
She shot to the top tier early, famously taking on Biden for his previous position on mandated busing to integrate schools.
There was a little girl in California
who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
But Harris started to plateau in the polls, often struggling to defend her record as a prosecutor.
When you had the power, why didn't you try to affect change then?
So there have been
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM. As we transition into summer, we continue to talk politics, current events, entertainment, and what's trending while balancing the talk with some of your favorite tunes, both old and new. Our purpose is to keep you informed and edify you, as well as to give you food for thought on the current affairs of this nation and the world. Keep it locked to the Street 919 FM every day, all day. Our on-air numbers are 342-0081 and 466-5391. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The Street 919 FM. YouTube, IWER TV.
The Street 919 FM.
Share the life. Share the life.
Are you just tired of bad news in your communities, TV screens, and newspapers? Well, I have good news for you. Introducing Positive Corner with Naka every Tuesday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. Highlighting young, vibrant, and future stars spreading our nation's banner across the world. Telling their story about their journey to success and overcoming the negativities that plagues our land. Come, let's sit, discuss, have a few laughs, but at the same time learn something new. Every Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. Positive Corner, where challenges are opportunities for growth.
The Street 919 FM mobile app is now live. Keep in the loop with all your favorite programs. Be in the know first and carry us wherever you go. Listen and watch us live at the click of your fingertips. Download our mobile app now. Go in your favorite app store, whether it be Android or Apple, and type in The Street 919 FM. It's emancipation time again. Come join us as we commemorate 186 years of emancipation with the 2024 Pan-African Festival TT, commemorating emancipation at Lech Yasu Omowali Emancipation Village, Weeds Park, Savannah, from July 27th to August 2nd. Come and shop at the biggest African market in the Caribbean, where you'll find the largest collection of African-inspired art, craft, jewelry, clothing, education, materials, and food. Enjoy 6.5 days of activities for everyone, including workshops for children, entertainment, jazz, pan, tambu bambu, calypso, rapso, reggae, dancing, and drumming. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Admission free until 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., entrance fee $40. Children under 12 free. Let's meet up at the Village, July 27th to August 2nd. The Emancipation